Hello everybody. Happy Monday. How is everybody doing? Let me get set up here. If you're on with me, then let me know. Just say hi or give me a thumbs up or something. And let me make sure everything is rolling here. Okay. It's been a while. I just got back from vacation yesterday, so I've been trying to get it together here. And I had my cards kind of prepared before I left, thank goodness. So that worked out well. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for watching me. Okay, I think I got everything rolling here. I have a lot to tell you guys today. It seems like so much stuff happened since I've been gone. We're using this today, but I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I'll get to that in a minute. So I've been gone for the last 10 days, and this beauty launched while I was gone. So May 6th, I hope you guys got your catalogs. If you don't, if you still need one, let me know. I know some of you guys picked them up on my porch while I was gone, and thank you for doing that. That was great. For those that still need one, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you one. And Stampin' Up! Did send some out for me. For those that don't live close to me, I had some shipped to you guys. So let me know if you got them. Sometimes it happens where they don't get delivered, or they are late or damaged or whatever. It happens. So let me know if you got them. I feel like I got a shadow here. Let me see if I can get rid of this. So yeah, May 6th, the new catalog came out. We got new online exclusives that came out. 2 new kits came out. Just tons of stuff. Lots of stuff happening. New starter kit special. That is a great deal going on right now. For usually you can get a starter kit for $99 and you get $125 worth of product. And right now you can get $165 worth of product just for $99. So if you love this catalog and there's lots of good things in here that has caught your eye, I love this new paper. I just ordered this last night. But if your wish list is looking rather large, then that is the way to go. Stampin' Up! When they do starter kit specials, it's just such a great deal. You do not have to sell if you don't want to. If you just want, to use it as your hobby and get a discount, you get 20 to 25% off your product. If you want to sell, then that's fine too. But there's really no pressure or anything like that. But if you guys just want a good deal and you want a lot of stuff out of this catalog or the online exclusives, then that is definitely the way to go. And I'm just going to leave that there. And I just want to make sure you guys know about it. You can always go on my site, or if you're signed up for my newsletter, then you can click on join there. And if you have any issues or questions, just let me know. How are the Stampin' rewards going? Are you guys doing okay with that? No hostess codes anymore. Everybody knows that. But as far as placing your own orders, is everybody getting the hang of it, and you're seeing your rewards after you place your order? You're seeing them on your next order when you go in. So if you have any issues with that as well, let me know. Your order has to be over $20, and then you're going to order or earn 10% back. So it's pretty cool. I think it's going well. Even for demonstrator orders, same thing. We're getting rewards, and then we're able to use them on our next order. So it's just something, it's a new adjustment, something to get used to. But if you have any issues, let me know. New scrapbooking workshop kits also came out, 4 of them. And I ordered some of those last night. Like I said, I've been gone. I missed, when everything came out on the 6th, I wasn't here to order. So I did place an order last night, and I have them coming for you guys. You'll be able to see those soon. And all the new 12 by 12 double-sided two-tone cardstock. It's out in every color now. You guys can see that, but that's pretty cool. So let me see what else before I get to what we're doing today. On Facebook, when I left, I put out a Bon Voyage little fun thing to do. I said Bon, you guys say Voyage. But Judy was the winner of that. So Judy, I will be getting you your gift that will be coming to you. And then the suitcase sticker game that we played, Madeline, you were the winner of that. So just wanted to let you guys know. Some people were still commenting, and I'm like, no, it's over. It's been over for days. But I just wanted to let you guys know who won. And there's that. Okay, I think I talked enough. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the catalog. If you've seen it, lots of good stuff, and I am going to just pop that over there. Today, what we are using is a online exclusive. It's called Hugs and Healing. I think it's super cute. The puppies, the cat, it's got, nice sentiments in it. And so we are going to be making some cards with this today. My new card kit for the month, I will be posting that probably later tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to be using the Everyday You and Me. It's been out for a minute, but I love it. I love the flowers and stuff in it. So we are going to be using this. I know there's like a ton of new stuff out, and we're all excited about it. And we want to see all that, but, sometimes we just need to focus on something that's been out for a minute that we haven't really got to play with that much, and go back and revisit this. And so I am going to be doing the card kit with this for the month of May. So that will be coming out too. So back to this. I am going to be making a fun fold card for you guys today. I'm also going to be making, let me grab these. Let me do that. I'll show you guys what we're making today. Oh, I do have something else on my desk. Let me show you this real quick. So if last week, since I wasn't here for Motivation Monday, I did my videos and I posted them on YouTube, and they're individual videos. And I did that so that if you just want to see one technique or the other, you can just go and watch them individually. My Facebook wouldn't post on Facebook because it was too long, and it just wouldn't download right, and it was just like, it just wasn't working. So if you are interested in what I did last week, I think they're pretty cool. Go check them out on YouTube. This one, we used just different ways to step up black and white paper. And I really liked these techniques. They're not hard. And sometimes we forget about them. And so it's, like I said, good to revisit them. This one, I just did the ombre with the blending brushes on the black and white paper just to give it a different look. And then I sliced them and put that on there. I thought that was really an easy card to do. This one, if you can see the shine on this, I embossed it. So I cut strips out and put on here, and then I heat embossed it with clear. And then this is the new gorgeous flower that we have. Can't think of the name right off the top of my head, but I love this flower. So that was just another fun technique that I did with the black and white paper. And then this one I had a lot of fun with. I don't know if you can see the sparkle there. So what I did is I did a little ink splattering back here with Wink of Stella and my ink refill. And I just kind of mixed it together, splattered it on there. I liked the look of it with the glitter. And then this leaf, when you stamp it, it's sometimes like, it's supposed to be like that. Let me grab it real quick. It has that, where it looks like there's kind of holes in it. And what I did, let me see, where is it? It's the textured notes. And this leaf is supposed to look like it's kind of like, not stamped, what's it called? Like whitewash type thing. But what I did is I took my Wink of Stella that was dipped in the re-inker and I just colored these in a little bit and made them so they weren't so transparent there. And I thought it turned out really cool. I like that look. I used a little bit of vellum, the arches. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that. If you missed me last week, which I wasn't here, and so I'm sure you did, then all of the videos are on YouTube, so you can check those out. But it was just fun. Okay, this week we are going to be making these cute cards here. I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of blending with your brushes, how you're going to stamp and cut out some images. We're going to be doing this one, and we are also going to be doing this one that's a fun fold. So let's get to it. Let me see, did anybody else pop on with me? Oops, my computer just died. I'm going to be changing the colors on some of these. So the first one I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to do this one first. Why not? And the colors that I'm going to be using on this, some of these, like this one, this was boho blue, and you can still get boho blue. It was one of the end colors, excuse me, one of the end colors that's going out. So I decided to change up some of the colors, like this one. I thought it would be really cool, just something different. A lot of times we use white, we use vanilla, but we don't use beige very often. So I thought it would be nice to change this up and use the beige. I did use the dies that, no, it's not Nested Essentials. Let me see. It goes with the textured notes, the matching dies for that. So if you can see the how it cuts it out, it kind of embosses and cuts at the same time. So I thought it would be fun to use that. I did the same with this card, just different colors. And let me see. What else was I going to tell you? So yeah, oh, this one. So this is the 6x6 Timeless Plaid paper. And this is my probably third pack, and it's getting low too. I really like this Timeless Plaid paper, so we are using that today too. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to stamp this in my Memento. I'm going to stamp my dog here. I got him already on my block. This is just a cute set. I like this. So we are going to stamp him about right there. This is a nice break. I was out cutting grass since 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm like, I think I need a break. Let me come in and make some cards. But I have to go back out and finish when I get done, so oh well. Things to do to catch up. I'm going to be using Early Espresso for the sentiment because I'm using Early Espresso on this. And I put Sending Healing Hugs to You. We're going to stamp that. Ooh, I hope that was right. I just set that down. Oh, that worked pretty good. I wasn't ready to set it down and I accidentally did, so that was lucky. Okay. And then, are you guys in close enough? Can you see? Do I need to zoom you in here? I'll zoom you in a little bit. So the colors I used on this were the light crumb cake. That's the dark. And then I am going to color his blanket a little bit different since we changed the colors. There's still items on the last chance list, so if you guys have been super excited about all the new stuff, don't forget the last chance items as well. There's still some really good deals out there. This is a cute set, whether you're a cat person or a dog person. Got them both covered. And let me see, we got his little paw here. All right, and then I'm going to come in with the dark, and I'm just going to hit these spots that are kind of highlighted here. Give them a little shading. And I'm going to use a pecan pie for his nose. I don't really want it black. Sometimes black, it kind of takes out all the details, so I'm just going to do it a darker brown. And then this cat, he was kind of like a calico cat. So what I did is I took my light and I colored him, and then I went back over him with some yellow so he wasn't exactly the same color as the dog. So let me grab that. You can do this several times if you want it a little bit darker. You want them to be a little bit more yellow. I think that works. And then I took, I don't want to leave them hanging. They just look like they're laying down and they're not really sitting on anything. So what I did is I just took my gray and I just kind of went along the bottom. Just so they kind of look like they're sitting on something. You don't ever want to just kind of leave your images, you know, just floating in the air. Okay, now since I did this color, I think I'm going to color his blanket. Let me see. I think gray, and then I think I can also pull out, I don't want to use crumb cake because that's already on him for the dogs. But let's do the gray again. Actually, I'll use the dark gray and the light gray. I think this one, let me see. I like using the brush end. I think it colors faster than if you use the bullet tip. It almost looks like crumb cake, but it's smoky slate. That's the difference in when you color on beige paper. compared to white. Okay. I guess I got off my triangles, but nobody will know. Okay, I'll use the dark around the outside. There's a lot of coloring on this set, but if you like to color, I think it's a cute little set. And I could go back in with some brown. How about, maybe if I use the darker. Let me see. Let me see what that's going to look like. I think that'll work. I'm just going to go back in with the dark crumb cake. Now on the other card that I'm going to be showing you guys, we won't have to color the blanket at all, and that's because we're going to use designer paper for his blanket instead of coloring. And it makes it go a little bit faster. It's fun sometimes to say you have a animal that's wearing clothes or something. Instead of coloring the clothes, I'll show you guys a way to use your paper and stamp it, and then when you cut it out, then you can make him have whatever kind of clothes you want. There you go. That will work. All right. So let me get my bone folder here. And we're going to take the early espresso and we're going to glue this down. And this is almost the same size as your card front. You'll see you got a little bit more room at the top and bottom than you do on the sides, but it works. I think it's perfectly fine there. And then I'm going to take this piece, we could use either side. Kind of like this dark side better. But you could use either side of this plaid paper here. And I think I keep hitting my camera. Like I said, I was out cutting the grass and I have a hat on. Let me take my hat off. I think I keep hitting my thing and moving, you guys. Now on this one, I took twine and I wrapped it, but I'm not going to do it on this one. You can't really see it on this one, and it kind of added too much bulk. So I just didn't want to do it on this one, but I am going to pop this up on dimensionals. You can always take like a thinner twine instead of, this is more like the yarn twine. But you can take the baker's twine and wrap around here if you wanted to. And let me see. And then this is light enough inside. You can just stamp directly on this if you want, but, or you could just add another piece of the vanilla. So this is vanilla, and then this is the basic beige, early espresso, and then the timeless plaid. So now we need a few gems here. Let me see. We got, which gems do I want to use? Let's grab these. These are the neutral dots. So we have the pecan, we have the beige, black, and white. So I think I'm just going to add a few of the beige ones. It matches that really well. Put that one right there. So there you go. Sending healing hugs to you. Hi, Judy. Thanks for watching. My bunny sitter while I was gone. I appreciate you so much. You and my mom, you took good care of Bunny. He was a happy boy yesterday when I got home. Yes, I have a real rabbit for those watching that don't know. So, okay. Now we have the cute little cat that we're going to do. I used the framelit from the, or the die from the Storybook Friends. And if you haven't seen this set, it has all these dies in it that cuts out frames. So I used that. This is Misty Moonlight, Old Olive. This is just your basic white. And I embossed this already with the Soft Waves embossing folder. I like the texture that it gives. You can use this like for water, sand, just any background. So I do really like this embossing folder. So I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight. And I think I'm going to, this is again out of the same pack, the 6x6 plaid. So I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. Like that. And then I just cut a little strip of the Old Olive. It's like 1/8 of an inch thick. I actually meant to cut that before I glued this white piece on. So we're going to make it work here. I'm just going to cut off a little snip here. A little bit more. Nothing like guessing here. There we go. That's pretty close. I can snip a little bit more when I get done here. So I'm just going to put this little strip on here. It just needs a little smidge more. There we go. All right, and now we can glue this onto our card base. Let me refresh my screen. I don't see you guys, if you're commenting, I'm not seeing it for some reason. Let me put that on here like that. And then what I did is, when I cut out this frame, this is the inside piece that it cuts out also. But I wanted my white piece that I stamped my cat on to be a little bit bigger. And the reason I wanted it bigger, I could either pop this up and that would have been fine, but I wanted it to be where I could glue it to this frame and then put it down. So what I did is I grabbed a piece of white paper, and then I took the cutout piece that it did for me, and I just went around it, just gave it like, you know, 1/4 of an inch or so, just a little bit. It's not even really straight, but that's okay because you're not going to see it. And I just cut it a little bit bigger than the inside of this frame. So like I said, I did that just so I could glue it to my frame there. Let me see. Here we go. And again, just like the dog, you don't want to leave this guy kind of floating in air. So I'm just going to take my marker and give him something to sit on. Like that. Okay. Now we got to color this little guy. I think, like I said, I made these before I left, so let me remember what colors I used. I believe it was this one. And this is a old marker. This is the old daffodil, actually. Yep, it was. So I have a light one and I have a dark. Let me, I don't know. I'm thinking this is a little too dark, but it is what I used. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Yeah, this is the darker shade. There's a lighter one, but I don't think it was daffodil. Maybe you know what? I bet I used the wheat, the wild wheat. Oh well, that's the fun thing. You can make it whatever color you want. You can even go outside the lines if you, oops. Yeah, he'll be pretty dark, but I think he'll be okay. Isn't he cute though with his little boo-boo cast on? I'll just have to find a different color to highlight. This was the highlight that I used in the other one because it was a little bit darker. So I'll just find something else to use for this one. More coloring. Don't want to color his nose there or his eyes. Okay. And I'm going to take a pink one and we'll get his ears here. And I'll use the brown on his nose again. Actually, I didn't color this guy's nose. Let me color this guy's nose. There we go. And I used the soft sea foam for his cast there. Let me see if I can cover up that coloring outside the line there. That's not too bad. Oh, I forgot his paw. There we go. I think I'll go in with the brown and kind of just give him a little bit of a highlight by his toes and around there. You can color this guy any way you want. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take, oh, and I didn't do this before I started, so I haven't used my liquid glue yet. You know that's gonna not want to work for me here. Let me put a little glue around. Oh, there we go. Oh, shoot. I meant to do it on this side. So now I can't put it down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the frame, or around the image, and then I'm going to stick it right to my frame here. Just like that. So it overhangs just a little bit. Now I can put glue on this side. You can always pop this up with dimensionals if you want. Actually, I may have. We're going to pop him on here. He is like the star of the show there, right in the center. Or off to the side there. Okay, and then I have, now this piece you can use to stamp on something else or whatever. So don't throw those away. You can always use those. And then the sentiment on this is, I'm sorry you're feeling rough. And you could use this for the dog, or I don't know. I guess you could use it for the cat. He's not really, it's the rough, R-U-F-F, which is more like a dog. So I think I'm going to change this up and do sending healing hugs to you instead of the rough one. You could use whatever you want, but I think the dog, it's like a cute pun for the dog, not the cat. It must have been one of those really late nights when I was making this. So I'm going to stamp this. Oh, that was really crooked. Try that again. Better. And I just cut off just a little crooked there. That one little, let me see if I can fix that E. One little E line didn't stamp good. There we go. All right, and I'm just gonna stick this under here, but I'm gonna cut off some of this. Like that. Okay, now we just need to add our bling. Let me get the Old Olive bling that we have here. This is the faux glass dots. And I know I have one open here. So they get 4 different colors in this collection. So we're going to grab a couple of these. There we go. So there's this guy, and then put a white piece inside here, and we're going to stamp this. 5 1/4 by 4, and we're just going to put this on the inside. There we go. All right, so there's that card number 2. So the ordering special, with the $50 order, since they changed the rewards, instead of it being, with a $35 order, you'll still get the card kit for free. I'll send you all the pieces that you need to make these cards. You will need the stamp set. So, again, that was Hugs and Healing. And it's like $20, I believe. So you will need the stamp set, but I will send you all of the pieces to make these cards. But with a $50 order, you are also going to be getting a pack of embellishments, like, not embellishments, the ephemera pack. And I was going to send you guys this, what was the name of it? Good Times or something. Let me see. What was the name of it? Yeah, Good Times. There's a Good Times ephemera pack that's got like celebration stuff, different holidays, Christmas, Halloween, all that. But then another card that we're making today, I grabbed these because this is a fun set too. It's called Saying Something Ephemera Pack, and it's got tons and tons of words. You make life so rosy, all the best, thank yous. There's birthday stuff. There's bigger ones. There's, little small sayings. But I grabbed a saying out of here to use on one of these cards today. So I think I'm going to send you this one. If you prefer the other one instead, then that's fine. Just let me know. But with the $50 order, you'll get the cards that we're making today, all 4 of them. One of each, and then you're also going to be getting an ephemera pack. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. All right. I'm going to show you guys this fun fold here. What you need for this one is just your card base, 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then you need, this is Misty Moonlight. And then I have Peach, 9 3/4 by 4. And this is going to be our insert piece. Let me show you again what we're making. Just like this. So that's the big piece inside. And then we have a few more pieces that these are going to overlap top of each other. It is 5 1/8 by 7/8, and then 5 by 3/4 for that. Now all these measurements will be on my website, and then they'll be on there tonight. They're not on there right now, but they will be on there tonight. And then you have a square white piece that's 2 5/8 square. And then this is Misty Moonlight again, that's 2 7/8 square. And we're just going to layer these up like this. And then we have one more white piece, and that's 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. And we're going to do a little stamping on this. So first what we want to do is we want to bring out our cutter. Now I have the scoring on this and the cutting. So if you don't have this and you just have a scoreboard, then that's fine. You can do this after you get your paper cut down. So what we're going to do is we are going to put this in at 1 inch. And I'm just going to use this right here. Now you have lines on your ruler going this way as well. So we are going to cut this from 3 inches down to 7.5. So let me try to zoom in here for you. So I can see that here's my 3. So I'm going to use my cutter. I'm going to make sure I'm on the 1 inch mark. And I'm going to set it right on the 3 so that when I set this down, I know it's going to be cutting right in the right place. Okay. Let me make sure my paper's straight here. So 3, and I'm going to cut it all the way down to 7.5. And I'm going to stop. Okay. And that is all of the cutting that you need to do. Now, what we need to do is rotate it 90 degrees. We are going to score this on the 3-inch mark. And we're going to get our score, not our cutter, and we're going to score this from the top down to the cut line, which is going to be at 3. So we're going to score this right down to the 3. Okay, and then we're going to score it at 5 1/4 because that would be the center of our card. So we want that completely scored. And then we're going to score it again at, we're going to move this over here to 7 1/2. And we're going to score it this time from the cut line down to the bottom. So we know the cut line is at 3. So we're going to score it from there straight down. So it's pretty easy. You just got to score from the top to the cut line, and then this one is all the way through, and then this one is from the cut line down to the bottom. And that's it. Okay. So put this away. Now, when you fold this, the piece in the center at the bottom, that is going to be a mountain fold, but your center piece at the top is going to be a valley fold. So you're just going to kind of bend it just like that. So you have mountain, valley, and then the bottom is mountain and valley. Okay, so it looks like that when you get it all put together. And I'm going to get my score bone folder here. And make sure you score this really good so it lays nice and flat for you. All right, and then this is just going to glue. Oh, did I cut this one wrong? No, I didn't. Yeah, maybe I did. Oh, shucks. I think I did. I think I cut that too short. Your bottom piece is supposed to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let me see. What did I cut? I did. I cut 4 by 5. Let me cut another piece of paper. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That just gives it a little bit of a border when you put your peach on all the way around. It looks better. And it still fits in the envelope. So we are going to glue this down. Onto our card base here. You want equal distance all the way around, just like that. Okay. And then we have our piece that goes in here that we have to do a little stamping on, and we have to stamp on this. Now this, we can use either side. This is from the In Color from last year, 24 to 26. And I just grabbed a piece of this, so you can use either side that you want. I think the polka dots are fun. So I'm going to just layer this on here. I'm going to glue it right to the bottom of this front piece here. Just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could continue this. You could cut smaller pieces and continue it, at least one. And then this one I left blank, but you could also cut another piece of designer paper and put inside there if you wanted to. But I'm just going to leave it blank today. You guys get, that's what's fun. You can decorate it any way that you want. Change it up. I gotta find my card. Oh, I put it over here. So we're gonna do this cute little puppy on here today. I think he's adorable with the ice pack on his head. And this one's, I'm sorry you're feeling rough. And that makes more sense. So we are going to stamp on here with Misty Moonlight, the sentiment. And I'm also going to use the memento for the dog. And we're going to stamp him right there. Ooh, that's a lot of ink. It was a juicy pad. Okay. Now all we have to do is color him a little bit. There's not as much coloring on this one as there is on the other one. Let me pull my chair back up here. It's hard to color standing up. Are you guys close enough again? Here. There you go. So we are going to color him crumb cake, light crumb cake. I'm going to leave part of his nose white. His paws and his tail here. Just like that. I'm going to do his nose, the pecan pie. I'm going to do his medallion here. I'm going to do it brown too. And his collar, we'll do light Misty Moonlight so that it matches the card. Just like that. And we'll do the trim of his blanket here. A little bit more here. I think coloring is relaxing. There we go. Oh, I gotta do the bottom too. This is way better than cutting grass. Just saying. Okay. Then I'm going to grab my peach. I'll grab my peach marker here. Now this is one of the newer markers. It's been out for a little bit. So this is, let me see if I have another marker here. I'll show you guys the difference, how they changed. So this is what the marker used to look like. And it just gave you a really fine writing. And then this one is like all marker there, but it's still fine. So it makes it really nice for coloring. So I do like using these too. If you don't have the blends, just know that they did change the markers a while back. sure I do these right this time instead of what I did on the other card. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we want to color his blanket right. And then I want this one. And we used Memento so that our ink won't smear. Oh, wasn't that one? Shoot. Well, maybe it is now. I didn't mean to color this one. Now I have to because I started. Oh well, it's okay. And we'll get this one right here. There we go. Now I want a lighter pink here for his ice pack. Just like that, and I'll do his thermometer. He's so cute. I like him. All right, now we're going to put him up on the square piece of Misty Moonlight. Okay. And then this is going to fit perfect. Oh, let's not put him sideways. He's going to fit perfect right up here. Okay. And then this piece, I want to do, there's these cute little puppy prints in the set. So I'm going to do some puppy prints along the side, running up the side of this. Okay, and then on the inside, I'm going to put, hope you're feeling better soon. That's what I put on the other one. I don't think I have that out yet. Nope, there it is. Okay. And we can glue this right to the inside and this one will be done. Just like that. There you go. What do you think? Isn't he cute? I think he's adorable. Okay, that's card number 3. Now this last one that I have for you, we got to do a little ink blending. This one's fun. I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the sentiment on this because this was one of them that was in the ephemera pack. Consider yourself hugged. And I thought it was really cute since they're down here cuddling. But we're going to do a little ink blending with the clouds. Oh, I didn't get my birds out. Oh, goodness. Got to remember what stamp set that was. Calypso Coral. And on this one, I used Wild Wheat. Let me zoom back out here. Ooh, sorry. I used Wild Wheat on this one, but again, that's a color that's going out. So if you don't have Wild Wheat, I wanted to use a color that you have or that you can get. This one is the new in color, the Soft Sky. What was it? Something Sky. Oh my goodness. It just it just went bye-bye in my mind. Secret Sea, not Sky, Secret Sea. So it's like, you can't tell if it's black or if it's dark blue until you put another color right up to it. So that's what I'm going to be using today instead of the wild wheat. So we can go ahead and put this on. Now this is just 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to open this card like this today. Okay, and then this is 5 by 3 3/4. So what I'm going to do, I have my blue brush, and I cut out or punched out a cloud from our cloud punch, and this is what I'm going to be using for making this card today. And I'm not sure how much blue is actually on this pad. Let me get a piece of scrap paper here. Well, we'll find out. I may have to add more to it, but might not. So I'm just going to go along here. Gonna make some clouds here. You can make this random any way you want. We were flying home yesterday. Oh my goodness, you guys. The turbulence was insane. You would have thought we were back on the ground in construction zone or something. Okay. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to come back in really light just so I don't have super white clouds. And color a little bit more. There we go. I was hoping I had enough on this brush. But you can see the difference, you know, in this one and this one. You can do it any way you want. And then I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. What stamp set was this? I think. Well, that was a lucky guess. Terrific Toadstool. So in Terrific Toadstool, you have this grass down here. So I am going to use that. And the Granny Apple. And I'm going to show you how to do a little masking. So we have this green. I'm going to stamp off. Maybe it wasn't Granny Apple. Sorry guys, it's not Granny Apple. I think it was Lemon Lime. I thought that was too dark. Can you see how dark that one is? I don't want to do that. Yeah, there we go. So Lemon Lime is the green that I used. And I'm just going to go all the way down here at the bottom and stamp it. And then I'm going to move over a little bit. Stamp it again. Oops. I didn't get all the way at the bottom, but we're going to fix that. Just stamp it again like that. Okay. Then what I did is I stamped on Post-it notes. I stamped the same grass on a Post-it note and I cut it out. So I can put this right over top of the grass here. And then I can grab my Old Navy and Oh, I was looking for this sprig earlier and I'm like, oh, which one did I use on that? It was in here as well. So terrific toadstool. I'm going to use this little vine in here. And with this covered up, just like that, let me make sure you guys can see here. I can take my sprig and stamp over this. And that way it looks like the sprig is behind the hill instead of being right on top of it. I'm going to do one more here. Just like that. And then I'm just going to move this down and we're going to mask that off again. And I'm going to do some of these over here. I got to make sure I leave room for my dog here. He's getting pretty close. So I think I'm just going to do the one. Okay, isn't that cool how you can add a little bit of depth to your card by just masking off and doing a little bit behind? I got this out to clean something. Oh, let me clean this off here and change these dogs out. And I'm gonna grab, I have to put these here. Let me grab some mint tape real quick. This was a Post-it sticky note and it's lost its sticky. So I'm just going to use a little mint tape here to kind of hold this. And I did 2 of them so that I can overlap them just like this. And I'm just going to add one more piece down here to hold these. There we go. Okay, now I can take my dog with my memento, dog and cat, I should say. Isn't that funny? I don't know why this one is so much closer. Maybe I stamped these too far over this way. We'll make it work. So I want my dogs to be right on top of this hill. I want to be able to see them. So I'm going to do that. I hope I didn't cut his little face. Nope, we did it. That'll work. So now, when I take these off, it kind of looks like I maybe could have went a little bit lower there. We'll have to fix that so he doesn't have a... Oh, you know what? His blanket will cover it, maybe. I think his blanket will cover it, so I'll leave it for now. But it kind of looks like they're resting on the hill and they're behind the hill. So I did the same thing with the dog as I did with the grass, and I stamped it on my Post-it note just like this. That's how I did my other green leaves. So if I wanted to put this on and I wanted to add like a tree or more greenery behind him, I could do that. I'll show you. Let me grab my leaf again here. Let me do one more. So I got my dog here. I can grab this sprig again, and I'm just going to stamp off so it's not so dark, and I'm going to add another one just like that. And it doesn't, he's covered up, so it didn't go right up to him. And then I can do the same thing. Actually, if I stamped one lighter over there, I want to stamp one lighter over here, just so it matches. There we go. Okie dokie. So his blanket, what I did is I took a piece of the plaid and I'm going to re-ink the dog again, and I'm just going to stamp his blanket on there, just like that. Now I can come back in here and I can cut this. Sometimes when you fussy cut, you want to cut out a little bit, so you give yourself a little border. But when you're doing something like this, you want to cut right on the line. Oh, that's the dog. Okay, I was like, uh-oh, I just cut that off. So I'm cutting right on the line, and this will save us a lot of time so we don't have to color his blanket. But it makes it fun too, because you can make it whatever color you want. Cut that little piece off there. All right. So I'm going to bring this back in, and we're going to color just the dog real quick. And the cat. They look like they're sleeping really good. There's his paw. And then here's his other paw. Let me see if this blanket, I need a smidge green right there. So I'm going to bring this back in, and you're not going to see the blanket right there because it's going to be covered up. So there we go. And then let me do his nose. And then the cat. It's wild wheat. I'm looking for my light wild wheat, and I don't know where it went to. Okay, that works. We're almost done, guys. If you're still with me, thanks for hanging in there. Okay, now I'm going to grab this blanket here, and we are just going to glue it right over where it should go. And there you go. Looks like he's all snuggled in tight with his blanket there. Okay. This flower, this was out of the Dino set, if you're wondering where he came from. So I just cut one out of there. So we can color this. I like making cards like this because you can make them simple, but you can also just keep adding stuff to them if you want. Gotta have a yellow sunflower here. We will pop this up on the side. So he's on the front of the hill there. Okay. And then all you have to do is glue this on here. I'm trying to remember where those birds came from. I know it was a new set. Oh, I bet it was the arches. I think it was the arches. Yep, it was. So everyday arches. It's got these really cool birds in it. I like using those. So let me grab them. Oh, that's the airplane. That is not the birds. There we go. No, that's an airplane too. There they are. I just realized this had 2 airplanes in it. That's funny. I knew it had 2 birds, but I didn't realize it had 2 airplanes. Okay. I used Misty Moonlight. We could use the soft or Secret Sea to match the outside. I'm just going to stamp those there. Got to have some birds flying through the air. And then, like I told you, I just am going to use the Sentiment out of the ephemera pack. I think it matches it good. It's because it's got the orange in it. It matches the coral. Consider Yourself Hugged. I think that matches it well. But I'm just going to ink up my edges a little bit so that it stands out a little bit more on my white. Just like that. And then I can glue this right down. Can make it sideways. I'll make it straight. There you go. And there you have it. So that's how you mask off to create scenes for your cards. And then we'll just add this piece of white on the inside. And I'll wait to stamp on it because I may do some writing in here. There you go. And I'm going to grab my gems back out, the faux dots, and there's a couple orange ones in here. And I'm going to add these, sprinkle these around. There you go. What do you think? You like that one? Is that fun? So we have this one. Or this one. I made them a little different. And then we have these 2. And I like it with the prints, you know, going up. Oh, we didn't put our gems on that one. I'll do that when we're all done. So we got this one. And then we have the cat. Now that's bugging me. I'm going to have to change the sentiment. Sorry you're feeling rough. I just didn't even think about that being for the dog. So we got this one. And then this one. And I do like the brown. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like the blue one or do you like the brown one? So there you go. So these are all of the cards. You'll get one of each in the mail with the instructions and everything. If you place an order with me, $35 or more. And don't forget that you will get an ephemera pack if your order is $50 or more, and you'll also get the card kit. So there you go. That was a lot of info today. Sorry it ran over and it's a little long, but I hope you learned something new. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know. And thanks to those that are watching. I appreciate it. And it's time to go cut grass again. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.